they were able to get every single Republican but one to vote for $4 trillion of tax cuts for the richest 1%, funded in part by the largest Medicaid cuts in American history.
Guaranteed that under any proposal, Medicaid would not be on the chopping block?
No, look, Medicaid has never been on the chopping block.
The Democrats believe that Medicare is going to be out the door. The Republicans say that Medicare is here to stay. There is no reason why we do it. So what do you believe? Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Blue. We're here with back some more interesting news that seems to be taking place. This is very crucial. Now, I'm getting my sources here from Clear Value Tax. This is my Asian homie friend that's been steering me in the right direction, has been legit and unbiased towards everything that's happening, is just spewing out the facts. So the interesting thing that's happening is Medicaid, apparently the tax budget that has been out that they're about to start rolling with the votes and see if they could pass. It's expensive. Trump's budget tax is very expensive, and we only have so much money, of course, because we're in a deficit. And the word on the street is, because it's so much money, the only thing that would make sense is that we cut Medicaid or Medicare, whichever one it is. But surprisingly enough, well, not surprisingly enough, but during this whole time, during this whole process, Trump has reiterated that Medicare and Medicaid will not be cut. This is what he said during the time that he was running. This is what he said during the debates. This is what he said when he came into office. This is what he said last week. I think it was last week during his address, that they were not cutting Medicaid. So then where's the money coming from? Let's see exactly what each side is saying, and then we're going to see exactly, and then we're going to be reminded of what Trump said. And again, this is from Clear Value Tax. He managed to pull up these videos, so this is straight from him. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel because, homie, like I said, unbiased. So if you just need the information that's coming up, what's going on, go ahead and subscribe to him. He creates great information and way better speaking than I.
I do know this. Last week on the House floor, on a strictly party line vote, they were able to get every single Republican but one to vote for $4 trillion of tax cuts for the richest 1%, funded in part by the largest Medicaid cuts in American history. Republicans can get the votes when they want it.
I'll just tell you.
Can you guarantee that under any proposal, Medicaid would not be on the chopping block?
No, look, Medicaid has never been on the chopping block. What we're talking about is finding the it's non-benefit related reforms to the program, right? Medicaid is infamous for fraud, waste, and abuse. I mean, by some estimates, large percentages of the dollars that are allocated there are wasted and stolen. And so we do right to go into those programs and find that and show the people what's happened and make sure it doesn't happen again. And if you eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse in Medicaid, you've got a huge amount of money that you can spend on real priorities for the country. And if you make sure that people who are able-bodied workers, men under the age of 40, for example, who have rolled on to Medicaid and gotten onto the expansion and need to be working, if you add work requirements into Medicaid, it makes sense to people. It's common sense. Little things like that can make a big difference, not only in the budgeting process, but in the morale of the people. Work is good for you. You find dignity in work, and the people that are not doing that, we're going to try to get their attention. So everyone needs to take a deep sigh of relief and understand that we're not going to harm any Americans with this. What we're doing is the right thing by the people, and we're excited to be a part of that. And that's what you're going to see roll out.
And of course, once again, we got to go straight to the horse's mouth, or the orange's mouth himself, and see once again what he said.
The spending bill that passed last night aims to cut $2 trillion. Right. Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question. Okay? This will not be read my lips. It won't be read my lips anymore. We're not going to touch it. Now, we are going to look for fraud. I'm sure you're okay with that, like people that shouldn't be on, people that are illegal aliens and others, criminals in many cases.
So there you have it, y'all. Straight out the horse's mouth. Trump has said this in the address that this is what he's going to do. Now, the thing to be very clear, which I guess you can kind of take it either way on what exactly he's talking about. During the address, he did say that the tax cuts that was going to be happening was going to be benefiting everybody. And I mean, everybody, he says, everybody is who is going to be benefiting. Now, who is everybody that he's talking about? Is it just everybody that's in the room, Democrats and Republicans, because they're more than likely wealthy people? It's not like they're being paid nothing. Or is he talking about the top 1%, or is he actually talking about everybody? I mean, he said that it would make the Democrats happy, even though they weren't happy of being at the address. But he said himself that it would make the Democrats happy. So at what part? At the part of increasing their pockets, or in actually benefiting everybody? Now, we're only going to be able to see what happens as this bill is getting put in. See exactly how this goes. See how bad it goes or how good it can go. We don't know. Even Brian, the guy from Clear Tax, he's a little, and he's not confused, but he's kind of curious as to what's gonna happen, exactly what's on the bill, and who it's gonna affect positively and who is going to affect negative. As I mentioned before, Trump is here. He's switching things up. So it's going to affect a lot of people. And like I said before, it's going to get worse before it gets better when it comes to change. So hopefully this is going to be a change that if it's going to be immediate, then it's going to be something good. And if it's not going to be immediate, then it's not going to cause too much pain. And hopefully it's not going to be anything where we're talking about cutting Medicaid, because cutting Medicaid is a big thing. And the thing that I've come to learn, Mr. Al Green, the reason that he stood up and spoke was because he was saying that he doesn't want them to cut Medicare and Medicaid. So I know in the video that I made about the address, I didn't know what he was talking about. I just knew that he was standing up and seemed a little, resistant. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? But now that I got more information as to what was going on there, I applaud him, because that's something that's actually serious. There's a lot of poor people that's in America and that's on the Medicaid. But at the same time, apparently there's a lot of fraud that's going on in America, in the Medicaid, which is true. And again, at the same time, there's a lot of people that's able to work, that's on Medicaid. I mean, just take Arizona, the people that aren't working but are getting the insurance for free with the program that they have. And now the governor of Arizona, Sanders, I think her name is trying to switch things up. So will Medicaid be gutted? My prediction is no, but I do get this weird feeling that they're going to touch it. They might even touch it a little too much, but I don't think they're going to gut it for certain. So the only thing that we can do is see and hope for the best. Now, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. And don't forget, I still have the raffle that's going on. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And then go to the description and go ahead and enter into the raffle for some Amazon gift cards. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.